All right, so we're diving deep today into AI and productivity. We've got a whole bunch of articles, some research, and even tested out a few of these tools ourselves. And I got to tell you, this is way more than just ChatGPT. Okay, this stuff can help you create videos, podcasts, presentations, all with the help of AI. Think of it as like a cheat code to get things done, like way faster, way smarter.
Yeah, it's not about AI replacing you, right? It's about AI working with you. A lot of these tools, what they do is they help you get better at the stuff you're already good at.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And one that just blew my mind, seriously, is Google's Notebook LM. It's free, okay?
Yep.
Completely free. And it's basically like having this like research assistant who's read everything you can imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Every article, every PDF, every YouTube video you could possibly give them. You can upload like a ton of sources, like think about marketing plans or research papers, anything you're working on.
Mhm.
And Notebook LM will summarize it all, pull out the key takeaways, and it'll even answer any specific questions you have about the material.
It's cool because it's not just summarization, you can actually go back and forth with it, like have a conversation. So let's say you're trying to, prep for a presentation, a big presentation on some new market trend, right?
Mhm.
You could feed Notebook LM all the latest research and then like ask it, hey, give me some talking points or even like a rough outline for my slides. It's, brainstorming with an expert who's already like done all the hard work for you.
I was messing around with it earlier, actually. I uploaded a bunch of articles about this new social media platform. And I was like, hey, Notebook LM, write me a quick summary for LinkedIn. And it pulled out all these insights I hadn't even noticed, I swear.
Right.
It's a second set of eyes, catching those like golden nuggets of information.
It's super helpful if you need to stay on top of things, right? Like if you're in a field that's constantly changing, instead of spending, hours reading articles and reports, you can have Notebook LM do the like initial analysis,
Hmm.
and then you can dive into the stuff that's really important for you.
So Notebook LM on its own, that's already pretty awesome. But then when you start combining it with other AI tools, that's when it gets
Mm.
really interesting. For example, like imagine you're working on this like super complex project, right? With tons of moving parts and deadlines and all that. You could use Notebook LM to like summarize all the project documents and then use a tool like Napkin AI to, visualize that information maybe as a timeline or like a concept map or something.
Yeah, and visualizing stuff, it's really the best way to like quickly understand something complex. And you can see connections you might have missed otherwise. Like think about like pitching a new project to your team. If you have a clear timeline or a concept map, that's way more powerful than just, a bunch of bullet points.
Yeah, for sure. And if you're doing any like training materials or educational content, there's this tool called Llama Coder.
Hmm.
And it can make these interactive quizzes straight from any text you give it. You don't even need to know how to code or anything. So, you could take a training manual, have Notebook LM summarize it, and then boom, Llama Coder can turn that into a quiz to see if your team's actually learning this stuff.
That's the cool part, seeing how all these tools can work together. It's not about replacing your skills. It's like, it's about finding the right tools to like boost your skills. You know what I mean?
Totally. And speaking of boosting, one thing that just, I don't know, it blew me away is that Notebook LM can actually like make podcasts. They call it the audio overview feature.
Hmm.
And it's like seriously wild. You give it your source material and it creates this like dialogue
Mm.
between two AI voices discussing the key points, just like we are right now.
It's crazy how natural the voices sound. It's not just reading, They have inflections and pauses. It really sounds like two people having a conversation.
I know, right? Like, it's kind of freaky when you really think about it. You could upload, I don't know, a research paper, a news article, even a bunch of YouTube videos. And Notebook LM will make a whole podcast episode summarizing it all. It's like having your own personal audio digest of anything you want.
Yeah, yeah. And it opens up so many possibilities, like imagine a podcast episode for each chapter of a textbook or for like every new research paper that comes out in your field.
Okay, but what if you want to like add a visual element to your AI podcast? Get this, there's this other tool called HeyGen, and it lets you create these like realistic avatars,
Hmm.
and you can combine them with Notebook LM's output. So you can have your avatar like perform the podcast script with lip syncing and everything. Boom, you've got a video presentation.
Perfect for like educational stuff, explainer videos, or even just personalized messages. Like a company could send out a video update to their employees with the CEO's avatar giving the message.
So the free version of Notebook LM, it's like amazing already. But they also have a paid version, Notebook LM Plus, that gives you even more. We'll get into the paid features a little later, but for now, I just want to say even the free version, it's a game changer for like getting stuff done.
Absolutely. And the coolest thing is these tools are like always evolving.
Yeah.
New features are coming out all the time. It's crazy how fast it's all happening. Makes you wonder what the future holds, you know?
Yeah, seriously. So if you're feeling like overwhelmed by information or struggling to keep up with all the new stuff that's coming out, give Notebook LM a try. You might be surprised how much it can like boost your own abilities and help you get things done faster and yeah, just smarter.
And in the next part of our deep dive, we'll be looking at some even more specialized AI tools
Yeah.
that can really take your productivity to like the next level. So stay tuned.
Right. So we're back, still diving deep into this world of AI and productivity. And I got to say, it's pretty mind-blowing, you know?
Yeah.
Last time we were talking about Notebook LM, how it can summarize stuff, help you create presentations, even make podcasts. But we only like scratched the surface of what's possible when you start combining Notebook LM with other AI tools, right?
It's like you build your own personalized toolkit. You know, there's just like so many cool AI tools out there. Each one kind of does its own thing. The trick is to figure out like which combos work best for you and what you're trying to do.
For sure. And one area where AI is really like making huge progress is video creation. I mean, these days, videos everywhere.
Yeah.
Social media, marketing, education. But making like really good video content, that takes a lot of time and it can be pretty expensive, right?
Right. And that's where these AI video tools come in, like Sora, for example. Sora is a game changer. Seriously. You can make like realistic videos just from text prompts. Think about it. You could create, I don't know, a product demo, an explainer video, even a short film. And you wouldn't even need like video editing skills, you know?
I was reading this article about this small business owner. They used Sora to create like a bunch of social media videos for their new product line. And all they did was like type in some bullet points about what they wanted to say. And Sora made these like amazing videos with music, visuals, even voiceovers. They said it would have taken them like weeks to do that on their own.
And you know how we were talking about Notebook LM making scripts and outlines?
Yeah.
Well, you can actually use that stuff directly in Sora to make a video. So you could have Notebook LM like summarize a research paper or something. And then, boom, Sora can turn that summary into a video presentation.
It's like you've got a whole production team in your computer.
Sure.
For anyone who's ever like struggled to make video content, this is a game changer, seriously.
Yeah, video is great, especially if you're a visual learner, but we can't forget about, you know, audio either. We talked about Notebook LM making podcasts, but there's all sorts of AI audio tools out there that can like really take your stuff to the next level.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was thinking about tools like 11 Labs, for example. They can actually like clone voices. You can create a synthetic voice that sounds exactly like you or like anyone else.
That's wild.
I know, right?
Think about the possibilities, audiobooks, podcasts, even like personalized messages. You could have an audiobook read by like your favorite celebrity or a podcast with, I don't know, the voice of some historical figure.
Or like imagine a company uses this for training videos.
Right.
So each employee hears the instructions in their own voice.
That's really cool.
Right. It's like having your own personal coach or something.
And the crazy thing is how like realistic these clone voices sound. They capture like all the little nuances of human speech in a way that those old text-to-speech things just couldn't do.
Yeah, those old ones sounded so robotic.
Yeah.
And for anyone who works with like multilingual stuff, there's AI translation tools like DeepL. DeepL's awesome. It's super accurate, and it's really good at like capturing the subtle things in language, you know?
Yeah, it's not just like word for word. It understands the context, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the translation actually sounds like natural and fluent. It's almost as good as having a human translator.
Imagine being able to translate like a whole website, a brochure, even a book into like a bunch of different languages in just minutes. It's just like opens up so many possibilities to reach a global audience.
And the best part is you can use DeepL with other AI tools like, you know, Notebook LM. So let's say you have a research paper in English and you need it in Spanish. You could have Notebook LM summarize the paper in English and then, boom, use DeepL to translate that summary into Spanish all in one go.
So we talked about AI tools for video, for audio, for translation, but the real power comes when you start like mixing and matching these tools, you know, to make your work flow better and like boost your own skills.
Exactly. It's about finding the right tools for the job and then figuring out how to make them all work together smoothly. It's like building your own AI dream team, you know? Each one has its own special power.
I love that. Now, before we jump into some even more cutting-edge AI tools, I want to
Hmm.
talk a bit more about Notebook LM Plus. It's the paid version of Notebook LM. We mentioned it before, but it's worth taking a closer look at what you get with it.
Yeah, for sure. One of the big advantages of Plus is you can upload way more sources. The free version lets you upload a decent amount, but with Plus, you can do like huge research projects, no problem. It's perfect if you're working with like a ton of information.
I was reading about this researcher. They were using Notebook LM Plus to uh, analyze a bunch of scientific papers on climate change,
Yeah.
and they said the extra upload limit was like a game changer
Hmm.
because they could analyze like all the research at once instead of having to break it up into smaller chunks.
Makes sense. And if you're really serious about, audio quality, Notebook LM Plus has even better audio features. The voices sound even more natural and lifelike, so your podcasts and audio summaries will sound even better.
Oh, cool. And they've added some like really cool customization options in the paid version too. You can tweak the speaking style, the tone of voice, even the pacing of the audio. So you have way more control over the final product.
Nice. Obviously, whether you upgrade to Plus or not, that's up to you. It depends on what you need in your budget. But if you're finding the free version super useful and you want like more power and flexibility, Plus is definitely worth checking out.
And the exciting thing is Google's always adding new features and stuff to both versions, free and paid. They're really like pushing the limits of what these AI productivity tools can do.
It really makes you wonder, like, what's next? What kind of new AI tools will we see in the next few years? How will these tools change the way we work and create?
Yeah, it's an exciting time to be playing around with this stuff for sure. We're about to dive into a few more cutting edge AI tools that are already making waves. So get ready to be amazed. All right, so we're back for the final part of our deep dives into AI and productivity. And I got to say, this stuff is like seriously impressive. I mean, we've seen how Notebook LM can do like so much, summarizing information, creating presentations, even making podcasts, and then combining it with those other tools we talked about, like Sora, 11 Labs, DeepL. It just unlocks like a whole new level of creative potential.
It's like having a team of like digital assistants all working behind the scenes, helping you get stuff done faster, smarter, more creatively. And, the best part is this is just the beginning, right? AI is like constantly evolving. So there is like new tools and capabilities popping up all the time.
It really feels like we're like right at the edge of this massive change in how we work and create. You know what I mean? So for this last part of our deep dive, I want to show you a few more cutting edge AI tools that are already out there. These are tools that can like help you streamline your workflow, automate those boring, repetitive tasks, and just unleash your creativity in ways you never thought possible.
Oh, yeah, for sure. One tool I'm really excited about is called Mubert. It's an AI-powered music generator, so it can create like custom soundtracks for, videos, podcasts, presentations, whatever you need.
Whoa, so instead of like spending hours searching for royalty-free music or hiring a composer or something, you can just tell Muber what kind of sound you want, and it'll like make it for you.
Exactly. And the music is like really good quality. It's not just, generic background stuff. It's sophisticated, it's nuanced, it's got emotion, I've been using it for my own stuff, and it's like amazing how well it captures the feeling I'm going for.
I can see this being huge for like content creators, filmmakers, even like game developers, right?
Mm,
Having like high quality custom music without the hassle and expense, that's a big deal.
totally. Another tool that's worth checking out is Descript. It's an AI-powered audio and video editor, and it can do some pretty crazy stuff. One of my favorite features is it can transcribe audio and video recordings, and it's super accurate.
Yeah, I've heard of Descript. So instead of having to like manually transcribe an interview or a meeting, you just upload it to Descript and it does it for you.
Yep, exactly. And it's not just like basic transcription. It can like tell who's speaking, punctuate everything correctly, even take out those filler words like and it's basically like having a professional transcriptionist working for you like 24/7.
That would be a lifesaver. I
Yeah.
spend way too much time transcribing interviews for my podcast, I swear.
But here's the really cool part. Once you've got the transcript into script, you can actually edit the audio or video just by editing the text. So like if you want to cut out a part of an interview, you just delete the text in the transcript, and Descript will like automatically remove it from the audio or video file.
Wait, really? That's incredible.
I know, right? It makes editing so much faster and easier. You don't have to mess around with like timelines or waveforms or anything. You just edit the text like you're writing a document.
That would be so useful for like podcasters, filmmakers, YouTubers, anyone working with audio or video. really. It would free up so much time to, focus on the creative stuff.
Absolutely. And these are just, a couple examples of the AI tools that are out there right now. There's like new stuff coming out all the time. It's really changing how we work, how we learn, how we create.
Yeah, it's a really exciting time to be exploring this world for sure. And the best part is a lot of these tools are becoming more and more accessible, with free trials and affordable pricing and all that. So I really encourage you to try some of these tools out, see how they can help you, boost your own skills and reach your goals.
Yeah, totally. As we wrap up our deep dive here, I want to leave you with one last thought. The future of work, the future of creativity, it's all about collaboration.
Mm.
It's about finding the right tools, the right partners, and the right mindset to really unlock your potential.
So embrace the power of AI, find people to collaborate with, and never stop exploring. The future is yours to create, folks. That's it for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.